What's up, my friends? It is Danny Gallows, of course, who'd you think it was, and welcome back to our next music video. So for our first video, we were talking about what inspires me personally as a musician and what keeps me going. So for this video, I thought we would keep the inspiration trend going and discuss my personal musical influences for this specific genre that I'm creating right now called future Chillhop. So inspiration itself is actually one of the most difficult aspects of making music. I can't tell you how many times I've heard from fellow musicians, like, I've got writer's block right now, I have no idea what to compose, I have no new notions, no new ideas, no new musical energy, I just don't know what to do. Where do I go from here? How do I get started again, right? How do I get my inspiration back and really create some bangers? Now, a lot of people will say, look to other artists in your own genre for inspiration. And while you can gain some inspiration from this, I think that's actually one of the biggest issues with the EDM community right now. When I was setting out to create a new genre, I had settled on electronic music. I knew I wanted to take influence from Chillhop and EDM. But one of the main issues in the EDM community is that I think that we take too much influence from each other. And that's how things start to become generic. They start to become basic. They start to become vanilla, is because you're only listening to other electronic artists. So where does the real creativity come from? Where does the real imagination come from, right? Gotta go elsewhere. So what was my personal solution to this problem? Well, I started looking at other types of music that had nothing to do with electronic music. A lot of you guys know that I was a math rock musician for many years before this. A few of my favorite artists are, Yvette Young and Covet, Standards, Floral, right? A lot of you guys probably don't even know who those bands are, but they are stunningly talented math rock groups. And I started looking at math rock and I said, okay, how can I translate this into Chillhop? How can I translate this sound into EDM? Because, at that point in my life, I was listening to all this new music they were creating. And I was saying to myself, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with them. They're so technically proficient. They're so unbelievably skilled, right? But what I can do is I can return to my electronic music, my Chillhop and my EDM, and I can try to take that whole sound that math rock is creating, that whole atmosphere of math rock, and translate that into Chillhop. And that's where the blending of Chillhop and EDM came in, because it sounds, the specific genre I'm creating now, future Chillhop, is meant to be Chillhop, but with an electronic edge, or Chillhop from the future, future Chillhop. But what it is, where it takes most of its influence from, is actually math rock, because math rock is so unbelievably progressive and so unique that translating that sound into electronic music is really, really amazing. It creates something amazing. And that's the key, is you have to take influence from other genres that rarely have anything to do with electronic music and try to see how you can take those sounds, tones, rhythms, in math rock, all the polyrhythms and all the different weird compositions and time signatures and stuff like that. You take that and you translate that into Chillhop, and man, it creates something amazing. And yes, obviously, I know to a lot of you out there, this will be a very bizarre notion, right? But really, that's the point. The point is to think outside the box. The point is to push boundaries, right? Because the whole idea of being a musician, the existence of a musician, is you're supposed to be crafting your own unique sound so that people can pick you out of the crowd. You don't want to blend in with the rest of musicians. It's good for getting on playlists, and it's good for getting temporary attention, I guess, but you don't want to blend into the crowd. The whole point of being a musician is crafting and composing and manifesting your own unique sound. So the key is to not take influence all the time from people within your genre, but the key is to always think outside the box. The key is to always be thinking, how can I do something differently? How can I evolve this? How can I progress this, right? Because if you're not doing that, well, then what are you doing? And just to give you guys another example, this new album I have coming out in December, A Star Who Lived at the Bottom of the Ocean, for that album, I was actually listening to a lot of the music that I listened to in high school and through my early Navy years. You know, like back in like 2005, 2006, you know, I've been listening to old Interpol and old Death Cab for Cutie. I've been listening to Tears for Fears, right? A lot of like 80s music. And I've been taking that as inspiration for this album. And what I've been discovering from listening to the album, because it's complete at this point, so now all that's left is listening to the album in its entirety over and over and over again. And as I'm listening to the album, I can hear Interpol in there, and I can hear Death Cab for Cutie in there, and I can hear All Right Tears for Fears and all these different 80s influences, and you know, I can hear those influences in the music. Sometimes it's not direct, sometimes it's subconscious. You kind of absorb what you're listening to and what you're influenced by in that moment, and that will pour into you, out of you and into your music, right? That's the key. That's the point, is that in order to create new sounds, you have to do new things. So my friends, those are my influences. That is my process for writing music. Now comes the best part of the video where I turn it over to all of you. So leave all of your thoughts, notions, comments down below in the great white void. I look forward to hearing from you. And as always, until next we meet, take care, and I'll see you guys back here for the next video very soon. Peace.